Next up, we've got the Thames Challenge Cup. This is Club 8s between Riverside Boat Club USA A and Cambridge 99 Rowing Club. And a lovely bit of synergy here from one Cambridge to another, Adrian.
Yeah, Cambridge, Massachusetts versus Cambridge, United Kingdom, the original one. But here, Riverside on the left-hand side, on the Berkshire station, really good attacking start, pushing out what looks to a little bit of a lead here, in Cambridge 99 on the right-hand side. Both crews, clean start off, align the line of buoys, coming out now to the end of the island and progressing into their race pace.
Yeah, a really good start here for the Cambridge 99 crew, who, well, it's dead level here. That's very rare to see on the Wednesday, isn't it? A dead level set of the Thames here between these two crews. One UK-based, one international crew from the USA. But it looks to me like the step down from Riverside's just been that little bit more effective on the far side. Yeah,
it looks like their blade work, their accuracy has improved as they've got into the rhythm. It's just starting to inch them out. So Cambridge 99 really now need to make sure they find that blade work at the front. When they put the blade in the water, it needs to be a little bit earlier, and that would gain them back in touch. But Riverside really have gained some momentum. They're sliding now out to probably half a length. We'll see if they can maintain that, or whether 99s in Cambridge on the near side can stop that, keep themselves in touch.
Well, in just a moment, we're going to jump to the live pictures. This is looking back at the start of this race, this heat of the Thames Challenge Cup. Cambridge 99 was slipping back there when we last saw them, but this is now the live pictures. We'll be coming up towards sort of Upper Thames, Remnant Club, I suspect, and look at that lead that Riverside Boat Club have extended out to now.
Yeah, the Riverside and their iconic sort of zebra stripes on their one piece and their blades really just settled into a rhythm that looked quite promising early on, and really has, you know, put Cambridge 99 to the sword. It's 2.5 lengths clear water as they come past Remnant Club. And again, both of these club crews, these people will have jobs and families and will be training, you know, probably 10 times a week to try and compete in this event. And here we go, a good close-up here of the 99 crew. You can see the kind of effort it requires to make these boats go this speed. They really are. Heart rate's probably 190 for 600 minutes non-stop, and these guys are still putting everything they can into this to just try and get themselves back on terms.
And if it is going to be your final race, you know, you've got to put everything out there on the water. They're going to do everything they can to try and close that gap and end their Henley campaign on a high, should the results stay the same. But look, this Riverside crew, they've not settled totally, Adrian, you know, but they're keeping the rate really lively, and I'm not sure why they're doing that, given the amount of clear water they've got between themselves and Cambridge 99.
I think particularly in the bigger boats like the 8s and the quads, it's quite easy to think that unless you want to go really down to 20-22 when it's just paddling, if you're paddling at a reasonable speed, if you drop the rate down to 26-28 strokes per minute, actually you can get really hard work and heavy. Whereas if you just keep the stroke rate maybe above 30, but just back off on the power, so you keep moving, it's much more efficient and it doesn't waste as much energy. But here now you can start to see that they're further and further ahead, and now they're going to start to find themselves transitioning step by step by step down into a much more long and languid rhythm. You can see here the bowman there, he's got one of those whoop armbands on his left arm.
I was just trying to figure out what that was, Adrian, so well done for informing me. I was squinting to see.
One of those devices that measures their heart rate day and night and tells them how well they're recovering from training. They're becoming more and more popular out there.
Which I guess for an event like this, where you're racing, well, 5 times, you know, over 6 days, recovery is going to be a huge element of what these guys need to focus on.
100%, but the irony with this is that he wakes up tomorrow on the day of race day and he said, well, I'm under-recovered. He hasn't got a choice. He's still going to have to race. But I think by using it regularly throughout the year, you learn the strategies you need to do. So after this, they'll go back and they'll wind down a bit more, they'll row a bit more, they'll eat and rehydrate, go to dinner, early sleep. Basic stuff.
So they're doing their best now to try and conserve that energy to make that recovery as easy as possible into the later stages, because they will race again in the Thames Challenge Cup. The crew from Riverside Boat Club USA, all the way from Cambridge, Massachusetts. And as we've already noted, the other crew from Cambridge, UK, Cambridge 99 there, ending their race and their campaign here in this Challenge Cup event for this year.